EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Indianapolis Colts. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Callaway on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery, and he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Here's Newton. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Montgomery. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Back at the 42.
Check 180. Check 55. Mike. Hey, here we go. Mike, express. 55. Too low, Cupcake. 80. Check. Get it.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
The 48-yard line.
Here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Play action. It's Newton. And Green with a catch left side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
He's got a man. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
57, Mike 57.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
5-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
To Joe Mixon.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Huntley eluding the pressure right. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Michael O.J. Mudia. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
They run. Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Tommy Townsend in punt formation.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
11-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, Huntley. He gets this to Davante Adams. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Davante Adams, 83 yards, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The Pro Bowler Chris Godwin, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
The Colts on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, here's Newton. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the second time. With it is Jackson. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Huntley. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Operating from the gun. Huntley. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. you got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
49-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
The ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Vikings' 33-yard line.
Johnson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Montgomery. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
20.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Newton. Buying time to his left. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambo is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
7.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down. Throwing again. Huntley. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, Huntley. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And I think the ball's out. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Josh Lambo is set to kick off.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Huntley. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jeffrey Simmons able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Huntley. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They're going to try and throw. And Adams has it complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Nixon with a first down carry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they'll try to run the option here. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Keeps it on the option.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, Huntley. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
Vikings 14, Colts 6.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. And once more to Ruggs, this time the catch made. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Complete to David Montgomery. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
from the gun. It's a give to Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 38. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
38-yard line.
From the gun, Newton dancing to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
The tackle made by Miles Jack.
On 2nd down now. It's Montgomery. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Chris Godwin, 29 yards. And the Colts are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Operating from the gun. Newton goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Ball carrier, Byron Murphy on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 20.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, Huntley. Flushed out right. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
Huntley is
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
To throw on 2nd down. Huntley, that is caught inside the 5. And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Huntley. They go screen. This is Ingram. Huntley, nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
3rd and goal from the 6. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. On
1st down, it's Newton. caught left side, Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Montgomery. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. Let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Again, the ball carrier.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Newton. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
57, Mike 57.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
At their own.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd
From the gun, Huntley.
41-yard line.
And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The left side throw complete to Adams. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 38-yard line.
The 38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
59 mark, check.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, Cooper with it.
Complete.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Switch up.
Huntley to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. On first down, Mixon. Open space inside the 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing again, Newton. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Third and long, it's Newton. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for 21 yards. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. One last throw here for Newton. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Minnesota, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.